Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Fred. Alright, so we're going to be looking at this question. This question is actually one of the just concluded WASSCE question, the West African Examination Council question that was written, and this is question number 3. So we're going to be applying everything I've taught you in tangent and tangency. Okay, check the part 1 and part 2 of tangents and tangency. And we're going to be applying some of those rules to this. So if you have no foundational knowledge or idea on tangent and tangency, you might want to see those videos before you proceed with this one. So now you have been given the dimensions. So the first thing you do, draw a line, and I'm going to draw a line at an angle of 105 degrees, okay, to another line here. So draw a thin line like this. Okay, now after drawing this line, look for any convenient point of your choice there and measure an angle of 105 degrees. So align your set square. So I'm making, there's a dot here. I will align the center of my set square with that dot like that, and I will ensure that this line here is corresponding or aligning with this horizontal line while the dot is here. So this is 100 and this is 105. So I'll make a dot there. So when you're done, connect this point here where you made a dot with this dot that forms an angle of 105 here like this, and draw a thin line. Just draw a thin line for now. Okay, so these are thin lines, please, not thick lines. Okay, now if you check, you discover that this arc you're seeing here, okay, is 30. Can you see that? But I think they made a mistake. There is supposed to be an arrowhead here. Okay, so be an arrow indicating that from this center here an arc of what 30 was drawn. I hope that's clear. Okay, so that correction, I've corrected that. Now if you remember, one of the rules of tangency is that whenever you have two lines, okay, straight lines connected by, go and check those videos, you see, connected by what? An arc. What you do is that, how do you get the center to drawing this arc? You are going to draw, for example, now let me use this real quick. This is a straight line and this is another straight line connected by an arc. So you take the radius of that arc, all right, and draw a line parallel to this line, and another one, sorry, that's not quite parallel. You draw another one. This is an approximate drawing. Parallel. So this line is parallel to this one, this line is parallel to this one. What's the distance in between? The distance is the radius, which is what, 30. So from here to here is 30, from here to here is 30. Now I've drawn them, they are parallel, now they are intersecting. So at this point you drop a perpendicular to this line here and drop a perpendicular to this line here. Then you need to stretch to this point and draw an arc. So that's what I'm about to do now. So the first thing I will do, I will need to measure, draw a line parallel to this line. So you drop a perpendicular here, draw a perpendicular on this line. The reason is because I just want to measure 30. So okay, I will use here as reference. So this is 1, 2, 3, that's 30. Remember, I am aligning this, I'm using this point as my reference, as my 0. So from here to here is 1, 2, 3. You measured 3 centimeters. That's it. Okay, transfer lines. So align your set square with this and transfer line to that point and draw a thin line from that dot. Just draw it and stop there. So do the same thing here. You come over here, align your set square perpendicular to this line. All right, that is perpendicular. Then 3, 1, 2, 3 centimeters. That's 30. Where did we get that 30 from? We got it from here, the radius. So we are going to align our set square with this line here, all right, and transfer to where we measured 30 and draw a thin line. Now what do you notice? They are intersecting. Can you see that? So I will stretch 30 on my pair of compass. Okay, I'll stretch 30 on my pair of compass and I will connect the arc. But before I do that, I will have to indicate where the arc will start and where it will stop. So how do I do that? Drop a perpendicular from this point. So I would like to erase it a little bit. Okay, from this midpoint now, align, drop a perpendicular. So I'm going to align this my set square here like this. Okay, then I will drop a perpendicular. So I will use broken lines for now, just to indicate. So it means I will start my arc from here. Then I need to also drop a perpendicular to this line. Go check previous video on how to connect obtuse angle straight line. Okay, so align your set square with this line, align it perpendicular, then align your ruler, support with your ruler, then transfer to this point here, and draw thin lines or broken lines. So what this means is that the distance here is 30 automatically. So you stretch 30 on your pair of compass. Okay, it's either you stretch 30 on your pair of compass, or you just move over here, needle at the center here, and stretch to this point here. So it's the same thing. You can see it's exact. Now draw. You're going to start from here and stop here. You must not exceed. So use thick lines. So you can see it is exact. It's exact. Good. So there we have this part. Okay. Good. So let's proceed. Now the distance from here to this point is what? 50. So we'll measure 50. So this is 50. So draw a thick line. 50 on the dot. All right. Okay, so at this point 50, drop a perpendicular line here, sort of a center line. So after dropping the line, we're going to stretch a radius of 20. Okay, so we're going to measure 20 on that line. We'll needle there and we'll draw an arc. We'll make the arc thin for now. So I need to draw a perpendicular. So you align your set square. Make sure you align properly. Support with your ruler. Transfer a line, like a center line, if you like. Just a line there. So I'm going to measure. I'm going to stretch a radius of what? 20. So please don't confuse this other line here. So you have no business with this line. So this line is actually for this side. So you're going to stretch what? 20 radius. So you stretch 20 radius here. So this is 20 radius. All right. So now look for a point, the center. So just needle here. This is already 20. So you needle here. Cut this line you have drawn. That becomes your center. So you needle at this point here. All right. It should be touching here. So just draw an arc. All right. Don't worry. Leave it thin line for now. All right. Because at some point you are going to apply the principle of tangency between this arc here and this arc here. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so I'm going to draw this circle here, and we've been told that the radius or the diameter of this circle was 25, and there are 3 holes. That's hole number 1, 2, and 3. So they are all diameter 25. So that means the radius is 12.5. So I'm going to stretch a radius of 12.5. That's 1.25. So these are approximately like 1.25 here. So this is 1.1, 1.2 in between 1.25. Then I'm going to needle here at the center and describe that circle. You can just draw thick lines for now. So you draw this. All right. Then needle here at the center, because right here we have the center here from. So you needle at this center here and draw this other circle, thick line. You can make them thick line for now. Remember, do not erase these lines. Okay, So from here we're going to measure a distance of 100 from this point here. All right, we're going to measure 100 up. So okay, sorry, not 100, this is 110. Okay, it's 110, not 100. So that is 11. So we have our measurement here, and this is 11. Hope you can see that correctly, clearly. Okay, so this is 11. So you can see that this line, there is a line here, and the line is perpendicular to this one. You can see the symbol of perpendicularity there. That's 90 degrees. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop a perpendicular to this point here. All right, so we align our set square 90 degrees. Okay, so support with our ruler and we'll slide to this point here. All right, then draw a thin line, just draw a thin line and rest. So that's it, we have a line there. Okay, so now once again there is an arc connecting these two lines that are 90 degrees to each other, as you can see. Now what is the radius of the arc? Is 20. Remember, this arc we are referring to 20. All right, so the same principle we applied there. We drew a horizontal line for 30. You know, the radius here was 30, this one was 30. We drew a horizontal line 30 distance from this line, and another horizontal line 30 distance from this line, and we got our center. So we're going to do the same. So we measure 20, we draw a line parallel to this line, then we consider this one, we measure 20 also, we draw a line parallel, they will intersect. All right, so let me use this line as my reference. So this is 20. I'll measure 20 from here. So this is from here to here is 20. Okay, then I will align my set square with this line, transfer here to this point and draw a line. This line is parallel to this one, so I'll do the same thing for this one. So what I'll do is I'll measure 20 down. I can use either this line or this line, anyone as reference. So let me use this one. So this is 20. Okay, so I will align my set square with this and transfer to that point, and I will draw this line. So since the lines are 90 degrees, I can just draw it to touch this one that is representing this line here. Now, you know, this 90 degrees to this line. Then I can extend this one until it touches that one, that is 90. So this is the center I'm looking for here. So what I'll do next is I'll stretch the radius, this radius, which is 20. So stretch 20, that's it. Or you can just come over here and needle here, stretch to this end here. It's the same thing. So draw an arc connecting this and this. Use thick lines. All right, so when you're done with that, you can now connect this line here with a thick line. Okay, so we are good. All right, okay. Also remember there are 3 holes here, and we said the diameter is 25. That is, the radius would be 12.5. So with the radius, you come over here and you draw this 3rd hole. Needle at the center here, and describe a circle here for the 3rd hole. All right. Okay, so we can see that a line is drawn from this point here through the center and extended, all right, and a radius of 30 was used. All right, but before then we have to get the distance from here to here. Now, as you can see, the distance from here, from this point here to this point, is what? 25. All right, so we are going to draw a line connecting this point. Just draw a thin line connecting and leave it. Now the distance from here to this point is 25, so measure 25. That's 2.5. So this is 2.5. all right, so this from here to here is 2.5. now stretch radius 30. all right, so this is 30 on the dot. right, now this point where you measure 2.5, need only and get a center with that 30, so just cut, and that is the center of the circle. So at this point you needle here and draw an arc. Just draw an arc for now. all right, we're going to make it thick later. Draw an arc for now and leave it. Okay, we're almost done. Now the next thing you're going to do is we're going to locate this center here. So from this center we have what? A radius of 15. Now you're going to apply the principle of tangency. Now if you check this arc and this arc, all right, it is internal to this, so we apply the internal principle. That is this radius plus this radius. So what is this radius? 30 plus 15, that's 45. all right, so stretch 45 on your ruler. That's 45. all right, so needle here and draw an arc. Draw an arc. Just draw an arc somewhere there. Okay, good. Now an arc connecting what? An arc. But at this point is what? An arc connecting what? A straight line. And you know the rule. So to get the other center, you are going to draw a line parallel to this line. So we'll draw another line here parallel to this line. Distance of what? Distance of 15. I hope that's clear. So we're going to measure a distance of 15 outward like this or inward like this, and we will draw the line wherever it cuts this arc. That is our point. So I am going to use this, drop a perpendicular, or I'll just align, or let me use here as reference. So let me use this line because I already have a line here. So I'll use my ruler and I'll measure. So this is 0 and this is 15. all right, remember what we are applying is the principle of tangency. There is no other way out. So if you are not doing the right thing, it will be noted. Now I'll line your set square with this line here and transfer to this point where you have 15. Okay, that's it. Draw a line parallel to this line. Okay, 15. Now this is exactly what we are looking for here, this point of intersection. That's it. So what do? Stretch now radius what? 15 on your ruler. So this is 15. Sorry, it's raining over here, so it's quite noisy. So that's 15 on the dot. Now needle here at this center. So if you draw an arc, you discover that it will be exact. It won't come in, it won't go out, and it will not come out of this line as well. That's how you know you're correct. So we draw this arc. Can you see? It's not coming out of this line, and it's not going in. It's not coming out. All right, and you can see it is just tangential to this arc as well. Can you see that? Good. The examiner is going to watch out for this. He's going to watch out for all of these construction lines. So that's your center of focus. Now what you do next is connect this part here with a thick line. All right, so we're almost done. I think we have the last thing here to do now. Now the last thing is we need to connect this and this. Now it is touching with this circle. Now there's a straight line here. Now listen, remember one of the rule of tangency. Now if this is a circle, let's say a bigger circle and a smaller circle, and a line is going through like this, it's called what? An internal what? Tangent. Okay, so to draw an internal tangent, now this is a circle, small circle, and this is another big circle. We're going to draw an internal tangent through. So to do that, we're going to apply this rule. Go check previous videos of tangents and tangency. That should be part 1. Okay, I have already demonstrated how to draw this, so I'm not going to be doing much of explanation here. All right, so I'm going to apply this rule So these two circles here, to be able to get a line connecting this circle and this one. All right. So what are the rules? Okay, so the first thing is to connect the center of the two circles. Now remember, this is a circle, assuming it's a complete circle. Let me see if I can. Okay, let me just increase it a little bit. So connect it with a line, a thin line. So I've connected the center. So what I'll do next is to bisect this line. All right. So I will needle here, stretch more than half of the line. Okay. I will make an arc up here, make an arc the bottom here. You come over here, needle at this point, cut this arc and cut this arc. So connect the 2 points with a straight line, the perpendicular bisector there, and that gives us the center. All right, now needle here at the center and stretch to the center here. If it is touching this center, it must also touch this center. All right, sorry, if it's touching the center, it must touch the center. So just draw an arc. Okay, so now apply the what? The tangent is internal, so when it is internal, what do? You add. You understand? So what is the radius of this circle? The radius of this circle is what? 20. What is the radius of this circle? 30. So 30 plus 20. 30 plus 20 is what? 50. So you stretch 50 in your pair of compass. That's 50. Now needle on this center and cut this arc. Just a minute. All right, so you needle here with that 50, cut this arc, all right, so they're intersecting here at this point. Now join the center through this point of intersection here. Now this is what I'm looking for. Look at this circle very well. Where it is intersecting this circle, that is what? My first point of what? Of tangency with the straight line, because the straight line was tangent. All right, so I have gotten this point here. I just applied this principle. If I turn it this way, you will see that's what I applied. All right, so now what I will do is I will transfer what? I need to get the corresponding point on this circle. So just align your set square. Please, you can go watch that video so you can understand this principle. This is the principle of tangency. So transfer this line, all right, this line now, transfer it to this center here also, and draw a line from the center, and it will cut this big circle. So can you see these 2 points here? You now connect it to what? An internal tangent. Internal. So you connect these 2 points with what? A thick line. That's it. That's how you get this. The examiner is going to watch out for this, for all of these constructions. So it is not just enough to just draw the template. You have to show all. That's why they indicated on the question, they said draw full side the template showing all geometrical constructions. So they're going to watch out for every single geometrical construction. So needle here and make these lines thick. So I want to make my outlines thick. So make that line thick. All right, then I'll make this here stretch 30. There. So that's your boy. That's the drawing. So the next thing you do is you dimension. All right, so that's it. You dimension your drawing. Now, tangency is a very interesting topic. All you need to do is to understand the basics, okay? Because without the basics, you might not be able to unravel questions such as this one. And please, if you're not used to the basics, go back to my videos, my previous video on tangents and tangency part 1 and part 2. watch them, practice over and over again, then you can start attempting questions like this. All right, I want to thank you very much for your time, for watching. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please do that. Recommend to anyone you think might be in need of these lessons, as more videos will be uploaded. Once again, my name is Frederick, and do have a nice day. Bye.